Boom, boom, boom. Welcome back to another episode of Whiskey
and
Real Estate.
I am one of few co-hosts today. Tone the Boss, T1 Entertainment.
Lucas Burrington, Burrington Real Estate, AMMT Property Manager. And we have two of my guests on today. One of my favorite friends and then one of our new agents. So introduce yourself, gentlemen.
Michael Bennett from Cedar Rapids, born and raised.
Cody Evans, Iowa City, born and raised, living in Cedar Rapids now.
I think our viewers are pretty familiar with you, Codester.
Yeah. He's becoming a regular.
They use the whiskey to forget.
Yeah. And so more into the intro, they're being a little humble here. Cody obviously is the owner of America, which is landscaping, roofs, remodeling, a little bit of everything. I'll let him get more into that and do his intro as he normally will do. And Michael just got his real estate license. He's just basically in week 3 of Burrington Real Estate, or is week 3, week 4, something like that.
Something like that.
It'll all go fast. So he just got licensed. He's up and rolling. He's with the board now, and he's willing and able to start doing open houses too. So, I mean, yeah, it's hitting everything full swing. But it's always good to see our agents grow. We've had a couple of our agents on throughout the year. Mm-hmm. And man, what they do and how they do, everyone's completely different, but we'll get further into that as we go. But hey, today we are sipping on a variety.
Yeah.
So this is one of the clean your closet episodes because we are going to talk about a lot of things that are from our past and bringing them out. So we thought it would be a good time to kind of have a sampler as we're going here. We got 2 new whiskeys on today that we're working on. So we have the first one that we got is going to be the Hard Truth. This is actually made in Nashville. It is produced in Indiana. This is when all the states get to voting on their actual whiskeys and the whiskeys of choice. This was a single barrel, so not one of our matched bourbons out there where they're mashed together, kind of like your Jack Daniels. This is are all mashed, and this is a single barrel made, and this was voted on by Iowa. Then the other one's Charter Oak, and Charter Oak is one of the very first oak whiskeys that was ever came out. It's made actually at the same distribution and by the same distribution of Buffalo Trace, and we've had Buffalo Trace on before, which is also one of my favorites. That one's a little smoother. I tasted Cody's. We did a little sampler before we got in, and I actually think that is super smooth. When they started brewing the whiskeys and making the whiskeys, and they started to use the oak crates, that's when the flavor really started coming out of it. The oak, the oak comes out, and that's one of the first and original oak ones that came out. And then we got Blade and Bow down there. We've had that before. That's a fruit mash, so that is a bourbon that's got some fruit mash into it, and I absolutely love it. We still have some left over of the Crown Chocolate, which I'm disappointed in Tone that is not gone yet because I know he's had a big couple weeks since we've had our last episode. Yeah. And then we got, the Playboy Whiskey of the Year for like 20 straight years, which is, the Woodford Reserve, and that's actually the double oak one, so that's the higher end one. And again, that's Charlie Sheen's favorite right there. So Tiger's Blood down there is what we'll call that one. But
that's just say everything you need to know about that one.
Winning, always winning.
Yes. Oh man.
So I'm just glad Monica drove the bus here to drive us all home after this. We got options.
I like this new glass too.
Yeah.
Whiskey Real Estate glass.
Yeah, we got the branding. You're going to see every episode we said since the beginning of season, 8, 9 are we on now?
10.
And that we were going to slowly release our branding. So we got some of the shirts. Monica's got a shirt on today. I do. We did some testing on some kind of prints just to kind of see how they would come out. She created a print, and Monica created all this. So Monica created the banner back here. So the banner that's up. Logan took Monica's logos, created, our scenery that's back here. So shout out to Upload Media. And there he is. Hey.
I was waiting for the button. I think he missed it. Not to call him out or throw him on the bus. He went.
The side piece is here. So, yeah, I mean, we're just continuing every day, just growing the brand. And and it was by accident that this brand has grown. Tone, we got started kind of just off a leisure idea, and it's really produced, and it's gone. I mean, states, and we're up in Canada, people watching up in there, so
worldwide,
worldwide
risk. Can you say that? Say that fast.
Worldwide whiskey
and real estate.
Worldwide Whiskey and Real Estate.
Okay, look at this guy.
Ooh, that's
It's not
Commander
happening over
Chief.
here. Yeah, there you go.
Commander Chief.
All right. Well, cheers. What's this first one I'm sipping on?
I got
You, I
the
think,
har-
have-
I got the hard truth.
That's what you gave him as well.
Yep. So we have the hard truth down
All
here.
right.
Nashville.
Salute.
I've
Yep.
not tried it yet.
Hey, Michael.
Michael, you
get
not
it?
old enough to drink yet?
Nope.
That takes us right into our first topic, Tone.
Yeah, absolutely. So Michael, real estate, talk to us. Why real estate? Why did you get into real estate? And kind of go from there. What's your been experience of getting licensed?
Actually, it was very, very easy. So I was in the process of selling a property on June 10th, and I had a really bad experience with the realtor. So I looked into getting my license, and the day I looked into getting my license, I actually had some classes that started that evening. Did the classes, got my real estate license 2 weeks later. Not to brag, but I did get 97% on the exam first try.
First try.
And it only took me 30 minutes to do so. And then I kind of just sat on the real estate license for a
Shots
while,
fired
and then
with that button there. I missed by 7.
and then I know you through Jake,
Yep.
our media guy. I used to own a business that was one of his clients, and
Yep.
said, "Hey, Lucas, I got my real estate license," and
It's been from there.
Yeah, for sure. So excited to get started. I do have a background in financial advising, and that's what I've been doing the last 5 years. And I actually used to own Iowa Jet Ski.
Correct.
So doing the jet ski rentals down at Coralville Lake. I would have still owned the business, but we got booted out of there. So not our fault, but
So they wanted you to own real estate in order to keep.
they wanted us to own real estate. And not only that, if you own real estate on the water, you have to develop it. And you're talking, wave blockers and stuff like that just for a simple dock. Mm-hmm. I wasn't willing to pump out $500,000 for my little jet ski rental operation. So
Yeah.
we're doing real estate now.
Have you ever ridden a jet ski?
I have not.
Have you?
Yeah.
I have not either.
We're going jet ski.
Jet
jet
skiing
skiing.
so much.
Tone
Have you ever
and Cody
been
adventures.
snowmobiling?
Oh yeah, all over.
It's
I heard
so-
it's the exact same thing,
But
just-
easier. But
Yeah.
a lot easier.
but that's
Less
ironic.
breakdowns too.
Tone and Cody's adventures on a jet
We're
ski.
going jet skiing.
Hey,
We got
Michael
some
will
things.
take you guys out and show you a good
do
time
it.
on it. That's for sure. I mean, it's funny because when I didn't know Michael, but I knew of Michael because Jake, who has been my marketing for Burrington Real Estate and AMMT since forever. I always follow all of his people, and he always tries to do the networking thing, try to get each business to follow each business. And it's a good thing he did, because that's how I could put 2 and 2 together with Michael. And man, O's Grill was another one of Jake's clients.
yeah.
And I remember the episode of watching, you had Jake on a jet ski and O on a jet ski.
Yeah, we flung them off.
Yeah, and I was still one of my favorite little marketing clips that I was watching that you guys had out there. So it was like, man, now I know.
Jake pulls up to the lake, and I said, "Jake, listen, we're going to go out on the water." He goes, "What? I was just going to film you from shore." And I'm like, "No, you can't film anything good from shore. Get on the jet ski." I'm not even kidding. He squealed like a 15-year-old girl. He had the time of his life, though. It was crazy.
Shout out to Jake. Jake actually just texted me yesterday.
Jake Trumper.
Yeah, that is my guy. He messaged me because God, I'm gonna butcher this. You guys are gonna help me because you know it. So that I just found out for the last 3 years the LA Dodgers have been using my song "Showtime" for who I'm hearing maybe the highest paid athlete in the world.
Shohei
it's
Ohtani.
Yep.
Showtime Shohei Ohtani.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm clicking. There's stuff with like 4 million, 2 million, like millions and millions of views coming out to my song. And I had no idea. Somebody was like, "Hey, I was a big Dodgers fan, was doom scrolling." I was like, "That sounds like Tone's song." And lo and behold, they've been using it for years. So, but Jake ended up texting me saying, not only is it the Major League Baseball league using your song, but I was at a Quad Cities football league game, and they walk out to Showtime, and he's just like, congrats on all that. And it's like, I don't know. This stuff is crazy because, like, I got this guy, and then a few weeks ago was LeBron James, and now, like, Steph Curry's used my music, Patrick Mahomes, I fly to Vegas tomorrow for WWE. I'm gonna get to walk out a wrestler to my song. Like,
Yep.
it's pretty cool, man. But it's all like, I wouldn't even known had it not been for like these connections that we have. Like you were saying,
Yep.
just the businesses and networking and just introducing each other to each other. And it's like some of these people, you don't even know if you're compatible business wise. Like you may not think there's something that you guys can do together, but it's just small things like this where it's like, hey, did you know that your song's being used here? And also I'm connected in radio. Let me introduce you to this guy. And you just never know who's connected to who and how far that can take you.
So getting into that, just let's just go table talk here. So table talk, and this just reaffirms that we need to bring Jake back on because Jake does also radio. So he's got that radio voice. Jake is fantastic behind the mic. So it's one of those. So my chiropractor was doing one of those succulents or whatever on your back, where they put the cups on it. I'm literally no shirt on, have this machine on, and he's like, Jake, just come on in. You can talk to Lucas right here. This is who I've been telling you about that you need to get with. And Jake just started. It was like day one of him starting his business. I am face down, no shirt on, and I am literally thinking, I'm gonna, I'm getting my 5 minutes worth of break from real estate right now. I've been running all day. And I got this redheaded guy sitting over here talking to my ear why I need JT SEO to be doing my marketing. And I'm like, well, how long you been doing this? And I have a firm rule. Financial investor advisors, people getting in insurance, do not talk to me unless you've been in this business 2 to 3 years because their turnover's so high. Yeah. And so marketing guys usually are the same way. So I'm like, all right, Jake, what's it going to cost me? And he's like, I'm just hitting ground floor. Just need someone. I go, I can get you a lot of content. I can get you through a lot of houses. I go, so let's figure out a deal that we could work here. Yeah. And from there, I got to meet obviously like and know about Michael, and then he got to meet into our circle, get to meet Tone, and he got to meet a lot. His circle grew tremendously, Bunch Heating and Cooling and whatnot, and how he could bridge Bunch Heating and Cooling and our property management company together. And the same thing was going with Cody. And this is why I call it table talk, how we all met each other and type thing is because I met Cody we had a mutual friend, Cam. And
Cam.
Here's to Cam. Here's to Cam. Cam's going to be pissed he's not drinking with us.
Right.
But Cam was a guy that actually worked for AMMT, and our daughters went to dance together and so on and so forth. Nice. And Cam and I played some softball together, and then he talked to Cody, I guess, over about getting into youth coaching and so on and so forth, because Cody had his own thing. And I'll let you kind of explain how that worked.
Yeah, so Cam and I came up together. We traveled all over the U.S. playing softball together, and he was also into construction. And when I told Cam I was really missing basketball because I shut my program down for COVID because we couldn't get into any of the gyms. Like, all of our gyms were through the school district.
Oh, yeah.
So we shut everything down for COVID, and then life got busy. Yep. Moved all over. I was down in Ottumwa for a couple of years, and then I moved up to Cedar Rapids, and I'm like, Cam, who do you know up here that knows basketball? Because I'm getting back into this. Like, I just miss it. Yep. It's my therapy. It's my passion. Like, I just love helping the youth, giving back to the community, and basketball's the way I know how. He's like, I got a buddy that's like literally just like you. Like, it's freaky how similar you guys are.
Yeah.
And we pulled up to the gym. He set it up. And we're driving the same truck. We have the same background. We have the same everything when it comes to basketball. I'm like, Cam wasn't lying. Like, this is a match made in heaven. And then Lucas, of course, hit it off, right away. And we had the same goals, same ambitions, and we've been grinding together ever since. So
yeah. And I mean, just and that's just based off the networking. So Cody and I are going through probably some similar things. I haven't even had a chance to talk to Cody today. So we just had a hailstorm last night. I'm sure, Cody, you've been getting reached out to or been reaching out to
both
everyone and anyone you can think of that.
I'll be on a new roof pretty much every day for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah. And so the same thing was happening on my end of it is, and we need to get Colton on here. Colton Jordan, he has a roofing and siding company that he has, but he was with, what was that big construction company that was going around? Anyway, I'll remember it. But
before you get too far, is a hailstorm good for business?
All the above.
Yeah.
for Cody's business and my business. So all these roofing and contracting guys like Tap Roofing and all them are calling in and be like, how many roofs can I get on of yours today? And blah, blah, blah. I know you're well marketed here in this community. Who can you refer me one way or the other? I'm like, yeah, I'm not even getting into that.
Yeah.
Notice how I did not call Lucas because I already know, like,
Yeah.
if there's things, we'll talk. But yeah, that is the world right now. Everybody's calling everybody. I mean,
First phone call at 8 o'clock this morning.
Correct.
I was like, how many rows? And I was like, dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's so early.
That's
Like, I'm
insane.
already on. Just go. Like, I don't know.
Okay, so for owners, it's great business for you. But for rental properties, it's got to be a nightmare, right?
no, because it's all insurance. So if there's well, yes and no. I'll let you kind of carry on from
Because
this.
there's
got to
be a
but
minimum that
Yeah.
a minimum amount of damage to make it even worth dealing with insurance, where it may make sense to just come out of pocket and get on the roof yourself.
Yes and no. So time is money.
Facts.
And a lot of these investors don't have the time to get on a roof. So a lot of them expect
Or
us,
the experience.
Yeah, a lot of them rely on us to do that. So like tomorrow morning, I will, as soon as the ground has a chance to suck up some of this moisture. And Michael, this is something I'm going to talk with Michael about when we're done here. Is we'll be hitting all of our listings tomorrow to make sure there's no water in basements, to make sure that there's still, especially the ones we have closing in the next 24, 48 hours to the next month, the ones that are closing, to make sure that our properties are good. So, and on the property management side, especially when it was just pretty much myself and maybe one other person doing everything with the management side, I knew right away when a storm hit, for 24 hours, my phone was going to be blown off the hook.
this is what I already had.
Okay.
So the storm in the property management side's bad because we get to hear from all the tenants, we get to hear from all the investors, and it's always we're not bringing good news to anyone when we got to make a call to the investor. So,
Wednesday's my day off.
yeah,
No more.
So when a storm hits, we know we got about a 24-hour buffer period of just.
It's actually miserable, dude. Like
Yeah, it
you
is.
are underselling the. Can I swear?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
good. You're underselling the shit out of this. When I was in Manika's role, I swear every time I'd call them with, "Hey, here's what we need to do because of natural disasters or whatever," the first thing is, "Ugh." And I'm not bad mouthing a single investor. Please don't take it that way. But you guys all understand and
what
you
it
know,
is.
like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
sucks. It means money's coming out of your pocket. It means damages are like time is there. And Manika's role now and my old role, like you have to just put on your customer service face and then find like the glass half full, which in some cases there isn't a glass half full besides, hey, you got new stuff in your house. Cheers.
It's amazing how, like, weather to the average person, like for me, I had to travel for a show last night. And, that affects me. And it's like, will we make it? Should we stay? Things like that. But I've never imagined how much weather affects business. Like, you're scared seeing a storm come in. It's like, all this work we're going to have to do, all the damage this could cause.
How's this going to affect my closings?
And I can't even imagine post derecho thoughts of weather. How fast are the winds going? Like shit we never cared about in the past is like the scariest thing ever to property owners.
PTSD is real.
Yeah, I will say, so I lived in Ottumwa when derecho happened, and when I hear thunderstorm warning or tornado watch or see hail coming down, the sheer look of terror for locals in Cedar Rapids compared to myself, who wasn't here for derecho, is crazy.
What's the business side of it? Because I know I have two forms of fear. There's times I fear for my life, and then there's times I fear for my pockets. What is that fear for your pockets when it comes to
the
weather?
real estate side first or the construction side first?
We're cooking now.
all right.
Sometimes those are the same, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
100%.
Like that, you know.
I'm gonna die of.
So property management, it's an influx of phone calls in time. However, maintenance is the number one profitability area of the property management. Okay. So maintenance, repairs, I mean, that is what keeps the lights on. Okay. So yes, it's a pain in the ass up front, but it's also where we make our most money and most profit. Okay. So from the property management side, rain is the retail sunshine. We've talked about that on other.
What?
So, and that was the same thing when I worked with Best Buy. Rain forced everyone inside to the show floors and everything like that. So we had their attention. They didn't want to go outside, so they stayed inside and just kept buying stuff. So
now you're hiring DJs and shit, dancers.
Tone at Best Buy. Showtime.
I've done Walmart.
Showtime.
but
This guy come from?
but real estate wise,
On a tablet.
there's not a lot of positive that comes with it, because your showings are getting canceled.
Right.
You're not out showing properties. We finished up right as the hail hit yesterday on the showing. So we just got done showing like 4 or 5 properties to a new client yesterday, and
5 minutes later, just
on the way to the
downpouring.
vehicles.
Yep.
Yep. Started.
Oh, side note, Lena's at my back door. My daughter's name is Lena, for everybody that I haven't mentioned it to. But she's at the back sliding door, and the hail's coming down right after I got off the phone with you. Ice cream! It was literally the cutest. It melted my heart. She's just like, ice cream! I'm like, yeah, baby, ice cream.
Yeah, and so that was happening. So that puts a freeze, and then it can affect your closing. So if I got water in basements, people aren't closing. I'm supposed to have 2 closings on Friday. I'm just hoping to God that they're dry basements right now.
That's
closings
PTSD.
and showings.
Bro, that's
Yep.
PTSD.
Yep, it is.
Property on the southwest side. I won't name addresses or street names, but property on the southwest side. Lucas goes, hey, can you go check this out for me? Sure.
We're supposed
Go
to
over there.
close today.
Basement's got 3 foot, not 3 inches, 3 foot of water just gushing in. That's PTSD.
yeah.
And I had plans. I was on like a tight schedule. So it was like, okay, well, I'm canceling all these. I'll be here pumping water out for the next 2
Yeah.
hours.
And I mean, I can only imagine. Like, there's got to be a rule on like not counting your closing dollars, because like
You don't do
just
it
ever. It's just-
Oh, me and Monika, we went to the, for since my birthday, I'm like, I want to go to the casino. It was like 9:00 at night the other night. I'm like, I look at Monika, I'm like, we're going to the casino, and she started counting her chips at the table.
Ooh.
And I'm like, oh, you need to stop that right now. Quit counting your chips. I go, you remember what I tell you about counting your commissions? That deal's now not going to close.
You just jinxed the whole thing,
and
girl.
the whole table just got jinxed because you're counting your chips.
Oh,
Yep.
Lord.
I wasn't winning anyways.
Now we know why.
So yeah, and I told Michael during kind of one of the interview processes and we were talking about real estate, and I know for a fact I've spoken length with Austin. Austin's been Austin's been a guest on here, and he's one of our brokers, and he's been in my office saying, hey, this is how much we should make this month. I'm like, I don't even know. I don't want to know. Please do not.
He's a numbers guy.
do
Yeah.
not tell me.
He doesn't even know what he's doing.
When
He's
I owned
just
my
trying
Jets-
to.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I owned my jet ski business, I would never count profit until, last rental went out, because this happened 2 times, 2023 and 24. The last rental of the year, we had an engine blow, and then the brake system. Jet skis do have brakes. It's never been on one, but the brake system went out. It was like $8,000. It's like,
Yeah.
so.
Well, does a jet ski have a brake? Hold up.
Yeah, it's called the IBR. So you have your propulsion system, right? Well,
Okay.
there's a bucket that drops over the propulsion system that reverses it. So
Okay, that's
Slows
dope.
everything down.
Fair enough.
basically a
that was
reverse.
that was the fast.
This is
I was
good
like,
for us
oh
to
man,
know
I just
before we
sidetracked
go
us.
on
I'm
our
sorry.
adventure.
That
No,
was a
you're
very
good.
good, quick
You're good.
definition.
Well,
Thank you.
while we're sidetracked, me and
Like,
me and
while
Lucas
we're
had
here.
our first whiskey,
Yeah.
and this is your second one, which is the one we had. Well, yeah, we're
throw
not
me
gonna-
under the bus.
We're not
Cool.
going to talk before.
My name's Cody. I'm an alcoholic.
We'll
Yeah,
get there.
so
I want to
started.
try.
I started with the oak. and
Okay.
that was very, very smooth. And then I had to switch over to this one. What was this one called? Sorry, Hard Truth.
That
Now
hard
you're gonna
truth
get the hard
is
truth
so
from me.
good.
That's
so
very good.
smooth.
It's got a lot
I
of
actually
flavor.
just ruined it because I poured pop in it because I was like, it's a big ass glass. Let me.
What is wrong with you?
Monika, you want to come
you
sit
don't
here?
do that. Hey, relax,
Yeah,
relax.
you relax.
So I'm
With
gonna
that
pour
cream
this
soda.
next one. Yeah, this was not it because it was really good without it, and now it's like, well, gotta do the deed now.
Yeah, now you got to suffer through it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna pour up me and Lucas the second one to try.
So the charter. Yep, I'm gonna finish this off here. But
You guys will love that one.
Yeah, chug it. Lucas. You have no plans.
Bro. This woman every day, it never, like, if you need to have your stomach hurt from laughing, just hang out with Lucas and Monika for an hour and don't worry about anything. Just listen to them go.
it's crazy. Well, and that gets into, kind of, it's funny you do that because there's a lot of people, real estate is all about sitting and listening.
100%.
And everything. Michael and I gave kind of Michael the forewarning of our clients yesterday is because the mom is building a house right now, and she is a general contractor. She's the realtor. She's everything in this situation. When I'm actually the realtor, I'm just like, okay, you need to. No, you can't do this. No, you cannot do this. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. And she's like, well, I don't care. This is what we're doing anyways. So I gave the forewarning to Michael. I go, this is going to be interesting because her daughter's buying the house. I guarantee mom's going to be there. And she's going to run the show through the whole thing. And she's going to have her input. And I love her mom. Shout out to Kendra. And Kelsey's the daughter. And so I go, they're very both alpha-like. And obviously we're the professionals in the room, but we can't act like we're leading the whole show because that's her role. That's the role she wants to assume. And so they got into it about what they like in houses, don't like in houses. And her mom picked out the very first house we looked at. Kelsey doesn't care where she lives. So she's talking southeast side. All Kelsey cares about is the size of rooms. Yeah. And
kids or what?
No kids yet. She's 20. She's got to be 21, 22 probably. Be my guess. So she cares about the size and where her dog can sleep in her walk-in closet. Yeah. And both have very champagne taste. And so mom doesn't want her on the southeast side of the houses that she's pulled up because she's looking in the 140 to 160 price range. Mm-hmm. So that tells you the kind of houses and locations you're going to be getting on the southeast side too. Yep. And so, we showed them the house, and I'd stop them in basically every third room. I'd stop them. Okay, tell me what you're thinking. What's a deal breaker? What are you looking for? Blah 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 blah. Can you imagine your stuff in this room? And then I just sat back and listened. And mom took the show and just kind of be like, what about this and this and this and this and this? And then Kelsey's not agreeing with anything she's saying. She's like, I want this, I want this, I want this. And Michael and I are looking at each other, and I'm just like, okay, I'm making mental check marks in my mouth. Yeah. I need to find 100%. Her. I need to find her this. I need to find her that. I want to give your input on how you thought that went yesterday.
Well, I definitely, first house we went to, she liked it enough, yep. I thought. Second house we went to was a lot better. And Lucas taught me this early on, never assume. Because I thought that second house was a home run. I was like, yep, let's sign the documents.
Yeah, me too.
Lucas says, okay, Kelsey, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like this house? 3. And I was like, whoa. I looked at Lucas.
Was a 6 on the first one.
I looked at Lucas and I was like, whoa. And then after, she said that her and her mom started going back and forth about, how this house is terrible and stuff. And then we went to the next house and, took that input. And we thought we had home run again. Mm-hmm. This house is great. It has all the requirements that she needs. How old do you like this house? 5, 6.
Did you say why?
Whoa.
Oh yeah. We got into it on the body.
The best part about it though was the house that she was stuck on from the beginning. No, we first get into this house. She goes, "Mom, I want to live on Washington Street. 5th was it 5th and Washington?
15th and Washington.
15th and Washington. I want to live in this house. This is my dream house." Mm-hmm. Sure enough, we go look at that, and all of a sudden, as we're listening to Kelsey and her mom talk, now they're starting to agree on a couple things. Okay, maybe this isn't the house for me, and it was quite the experience. So,
well, and pictures are that. If you have a good photography, and we'll get Pick Your House in, I want to do Tim from Pick Your House to come on in here, and they do a wonderful job of editing and making shit look like amazing.
Making it look champagne.
Yeah, they're great in there.
Right.
And you'll hear this over your career, how many times I've got my ass chewed, and Logan, you can vouch on this when you show someone a house and it looks like nothing that it actually looked like on the MLS. And they're like, oh my God, the MLS made it look like this. And now they're pissed at the realtor because
it just makes me look bad. Yeah. Like, come on. What do we do?
Yeah, for sure. And this was one of those prime examples. I mean, from an investor standpoint, they should buy Washington Street all day long. It's a natural 4-bed, 2-bath with a walk around, enclosed porch that literally walks around half the house. It will automatically bring 1,900.
No, this isn't the one we did the sidewalk on. This is a different one.
A completely different one. So this
Ironically, I went to McKinley. I lived on 15th in Washington.
so
and I
this
walked to
is
school.
right behind Park.
I know exactly
the
where
middle
it is.
Johnson
Like,
Elementary.
Is this the house I lived in at one point?
It's at
It's Tone's old place.
Yep.
This is
Yeah,
insane.
you can see Johnson across the street.
Yep.
The playground's across the street.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're at. That's insane.
And so we're sitting and listening, but that brought me to a whole nother topic with Kelsey, is because when you're at that age, there's three main things that's going to resonate with you on the purchase of your property: location, location, location. Those are the three things that, because no matter what, the average national average, if you're either going to refinance or sell your house in the first 3.5 years of owning that property. That's a banking terminology for me, and being a banker. That was the first 3.5 years that are either going to refinance that house at one point or another in the first 3.5 years. So they're touching the equity at one point. And within the first 5 years of real estate, you're either going to sell that property or you're going to turn it into an investment property. So
I think that's a good. Let's go back to the whiskey.
yeah, go back.
Where we at, guys?
I'm on the Charter Oak. It is very smooth.
This is
It's
you
so
said smooth.
Yeah, so smooth.
I had another S word. It's just strong. I'll just say strong and not what I was thinking.
So how much do you think this bottle is?
Oh God, like $200. Like it's
59.
130.
Yeah, the more expensive, the nastier it
130 before
is to me.
tax.
I'm sorry, I don't know why.
Which
but-
is crazy to me because that's supposed to make it smoother.
is it? Because
Oh my God.
The
You
higher
remember
the cost,
Tim Nash?
yeah,
Tim-
that one
Tim
you're
Nash.
like, take this shit.
Yes. So I had two clients, the ones that, if you ever see me wearing my double bank shirt, they're the one that bought me this big old bottle of I can't even remember what kind of whiskey. It's a
We don't
Scotch
even want
whiskey.
to. We want to remember it to stay away from it.
Regardless. And they're talking about it, and I'm talking. We have Tim Nash, a realtor from Skogman Realty, on here, and we're going back and forth. He's like, "Oh my God, that's my favorite." I'm like, "You could have this bottle," and I looked it up, and it's a $250 bottle of whiskey.
What was it?
Disgusting.
It was
McBellin, you'll know it once you see it.
We'll bring Tim.
McGillicuddy's?
We'll
No,
bring
it
Tim
ain't
Still
back.
at the house. We couldn't find anyone to give it to.
Oh,
McMillan?
I want to give it to.
It's
I think we gave it to Tim that day.
no, we did not.
No,
Not
we
that one?
didn't.
No,
Okay.
we took
talked
his.
about it.
We took
Okay.
his.
Whiskey or Scotch?
It was a Scotch whiskey,
Yeah. So McMillan's.
probably.
Sounds about right.
McBurns or something. I don't know. It was.
If
Anyways,
it's at the house, we'll invite Tim back and bring that bottle.
and let him have it.
Yep.
And take it. But anyways, you're right. The more expensive the bottle, the worse,
The worse
it's been
it is.
taste. That's
Macallan.
McAllen's.
Macallan,
Yeah. It was not good. I'm not a Scotch
I love
guy.
Macallan. No,
So
I
this
love-
actually, I can say on a scale from peanut butter screwball to McAllen's, it's closer to McAllen's, but nothing's as bad. That's the top tier of.
Yeah. Shout out Tim Nash. Tim Nash is still killing it in the real estate area.
so
So yeah, we always like to, touch on our guests that we've had out
All
there.
right. This is the fifth comment that you got to clip these. We like to touch on our guests. He met me face down with my shirt off.
Circling back.
We're gonna suck this one dry. Like I'm like, dude, you can't keep. And I have to. I'm trying to keep it together, Logan.
I feel like maybe you're the problem. You're the one bringing the dirty mind to it, right?
Hey, my side piece has my back.
Think of the LeBron meme where the guy didn't shoot.
Did he what?
Oh Lord.
Anyways, so getting back into
Yeah, we haven't did today's market yet.
we'll get back to
Okay,
today's
we're gonna
market.
circle back.
Fast forward.
No. We're
got
gonna
three more bottles to
branch
get
off
through.
what Michael was talking about, the assumption standpoint.
Yes.
And it's like one of the first things that I teach. And I'm glad we had this moment yesterday where he could watch me, show a property and, start from ground up with his client, not knowing exactly what she's going to like. Because the first thing I do is I find 5 different types of properties to bring them all 5 different properties so they can see 5 different layouts, because usually what they thought and what I think they're going to want are 2 different things. And yesterday was just a prime example of never assuming, because I'm telling you, everything that came across said she's going to want the bling and the brand new and brand new and brand new and brand new and brand new of this. And we brought her to 3 properties that wanted all the brand new, and she didn't. She wanted the oldies, but the goodies. And it's like when people ask, what color should I paint this wall? Great, paint it white, because I'm going to tell you, the next person that is going to come in and probably repaint it again. I've had people drop thousands and thousands of dollars of picking this perfect accent wall and painting their whole entire house. In the day of closing, I see people show up in their paint clothes and they're like, yeah, we can't wait to get in here and paint.
So I just sold a property, right? And I did touch-up paint on all the walls before closing because I was just trying to be nice. Like I want them to live in a house. They don't have to
And
do
that
anything
kind
to-
of stuff just comes out of your own pocket,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Like,
so
it's
I did
just-
that, and we
yeah.
repainted a wall or two, and then I come by to drop a something I forgot to the house, and they're painting the house, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have assumed. I should have just asked.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, but
frustrating
it's
as hell.
crazy. But we still stick to our roots. Like in we got the 3 questions plus the bonus question that we have to ask. If you can't answer all those questions,
Those
yes.
are.
Do you remember from yesterday?
Absolutely. So, do you see your stuff in here? That was actually the best question out of all of them because when he asked that, I noticed Kelsey, the client. She stayed silent for a couple seconds, and you could kind of see. Oh, yeah, I actually could
wheels
see
are
my stuff
turning.
in this. Yeah. Second question was, would you be upset if it sold? And then the third one, which I think is really important as well, is do you refer back to this house? Because you're looking at different properties.
Yep.
If there's a property you're constantly, well, I remember this house had that and that house had that.
Yep.
And this, like I said, the house that we looked at before had a bigger driveway. You're obviously stuck on that property.
Yep.
Then
That's
the
going to
fo-
be her Wilson Avenue. I'm predicting that right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, definitely.
That's going to be her
Definitely.
Wilson Avenue. Yep.
Remember the bonus question?
Where would you put your Christmas tree?
That's
This
the
is,
only
this
a
is
question.
why he passed with 97%.
But that first question, we're walking through homes, and she's, I can't do this. We walked into a room, and she goes, oh, this bedroom is too tiny, and Lucas goes, okay, this could be your walk-in closet. Could you picture your stuff in this closet?
Yep, she started putting her vanity over here, her dog bed over
She
here.
stayed silent for about, I want to say
so weird to
15
me.
seconds.
I've never imagined a
Yeah,
room,
like,
a closet. And I love walk-in closets. Like,
do
that's a
construction.
requirement for me getting a
it's
place.
a
But
huge-
a room being it,
I would
that's
make it.
genius.
Yeah, it's a huge
Oh, I know you would
requirement, and
make
it was
it.
one of her 5 requirements
Yeah,
that she talked
so
about.
turn an extra room, especially because you mentioned she didn't have kids.
She said she wanted an area where all of her clothes can go, and she could put a bed for her dog to sleep in. And so
You
you're
don't have dog hair on your clothes.
there, you dog haters out there again. You and Manika. Weird. Yeah.
I can't wait to get rid of our dogs.
Oh my
It's
god,
never happening.
that's so horrible.
Anyways,
Oh, no, I heard this every day I worked with her, and my dog was there. I'm like,
your dog's like,
yeah, Bullet, come back here. Hi, Bullet.
stay close, buddy.
And dogs can tell. Like she
tell
they can tell people.
Because she growls at them.
Kane does.
she growls back.
Yeah. I've never seen Manika get on her knees and start barking back. I was like, damn.
Clip that.
Have jokes today. Okay.
Yeah, you gonna pay for that later?
I better finish this on that one.
So let's ask the newbie here. So we're gonna get Michael. Michael, what I got 2 questions for you, and Tone always does the segment on it. What do you think today's market looks like? And then the breach to that question is I'm gonna expand to that question is what do you hope to learn in your first 60 days of today's market?
Well, I'll go with the second question first. I just hope to learn just kind of how to communicate with clients because like something I've learned in financial advising, it's really easy to communicate. You can kind of just look at what their account's doing and you can kind of just inform them from there. There's not really a lot of kind of knowing what somebody's going to want. It's like, what do you want with your account? Everyone wants their account to perform well or to stay stable. With real estate, it's a lot different because, you're dealing with a bunch of different varieties and variables that can change someone's whole outlook on a home. So like learning how to kind of walk someone through that whole process and kind of overcoming some of those negatives to a home, hey, let's circle back. What's something that's most important to you? Because no home's going to be perfect. Maybe once in a while you'll find a home that checks all the boxes. I've been lucky enough where I have purchased 2 homes now that have checked every single box, but there's always going to be drawbacks and kind of navigating through that process. So overall, just communication. And how I think today's market is, it really just depends on what you're trying to do. So like all day long, and Lucas can kind of second me on this. If a house is in great condition, in a great location, and priced correctly, it's a seller's market all day long.
Price correctly is the key word.
Yep. So, like, if you look at the MLS right now, you'll see either homes sell right away on the first day or first weekend, or they sit 45 days, 60 days. Yeah. And I think that's kind of how the average days on market. There's not really houses that are actually sold at that.
Once you take it off market, though, isn't it smarter to just take it off and then wait a little bit and then relist it so it's back fresh?
So our market is it just needs to be off the market 24 hours before it's got 0 days on the market.
You know what I'm saying, though?
replace-
Because if you leave it on
that's a
there,
new
the
rule.
longer it's on there, the
New rule.
less it drops in
That's a
value.
new rule.
Unless you
Cody?
Unless you do for sale by owner, and if it's not on the MLS, you can list it on the MLS with the realtor, and it will reset that clock right away. And actually, to the MLS, it was never on the market.
Well, and so that's where I want to get with
If you ain't cheating, you ain't
today's.
trying.
So, hey, and that's where I wanted to kind of breach into that the today's market. So, tell me about the experience and how you feel about FSBO. So, for sale by owners.
Okay, so I'm not going to drop names in this podcast, but there's a certain company out here that charges people $4,000 to sell their home. That sounds great, right? Until you realize what's $4,000 on a $200,000 home? That's 2%. You might as well hire someone for that extra 1.5% to do all the work for you. Every for sale by owner I have done was in a seller's market, and excuse my language, it's all been a shit show. Like, just
it is.
navigating the whole process. It's ridiculous.
Their close rate's very low. Yeah.
And nobody buys those homes. Like, some of the homes will sell right away, but a lot of those for sale by owner homes, you can check their website. A realtor ends up selling it, 180 days later, because you're eliminating 90% of potential buyers, because 90% of people work with real estate agents. Yeah. Well, what happens when a real estate agent sees a for sale by owner? You call the for sale by owner, hey, are we able to walk this property? No, get lost. We don't like realtors. That's typically how the process works.
Yeah. Yep. So they're always difficult.
They're willing to work with the realtor, and then the realtor ends up doing all the work.
All of it.
For whatever they're getting paid.
Yeah.
And that's what I see happen a lot. The for sale by owner companies don't do anything to market your home. They're charging you $4,000 for pictures and an appraisal and an inspection.
Are you talking about the actual FSBO brand?
Well,
maybe.
But for sale by owner in general, when they hire a company that says we're not realtors.
And again, completely ignorant, not a realtor here, but FSBO is a realtor. Not to put shame on the name of realtor, but I'm saying is they're trying to be a realtor. They're making
it's
money.
like hire me
because
because I'm not a realtor, but I'm gonna do the realtor work.
Like
and
you
you're
might
not
as well
even
just get your real estate
qualified.
license and go sell homes.
But they're
because
probably
you'll be
not qualified
the
or doing
best
justice.
example I can give you in Cody's world is D.R. Horton.
100%.
So D.R. Horton is a construction company that wants to get into new construction. They don't want to pay their agents.
You're talking my language.
Yeah,
Here we go.
They don't want to pay their agents a commission, but they want them to do open houses. They want to show a brand new construction. They want to also pre-sell all their construction stuff for D.R. Horton, who's a construction company.
Yep.
They're not a real estate company. They're a construction company, and this is where people need to get off this. Well, and for sale by owners, in like Michael said, is. And Michael, tell me, so as a training as a new realtor, we have some expectations and I called it the golden path, and I handed Michael the golden path. I go, you do these things on a weekly basis, and you fill out this sheet every week. You will make yourself six figures. You'll be very successful as a realtor if you just do these things. Yeah. One of those things is call for sale by owners. What is it? I think it's 5 sale by owners per week. Not a lot. Yeah. Just pick 5, call them up and see what they're saying. Yeah. Is there any traffic for sale by owners right now?
Yeah.
No.
There's none. Us realtors, we're like, nah, market's great. We don't need to show your properties.
Now, if a for sale by owners do sell, don't get me wrong, but they're usually way underpriced, which is why they sell. So.
Yeah.
And they advertise, just so I want to throw this out there because you guys are the experts in this. So they advertise. The reason it's beneficial to go through them is you save so much money in realtor costs, right? So when you say that they're priced right, break that down for the average listener like me who doesn't know shit about, well, Okay. Somebody else that doesn't know shit about real estate.
So let's go off a live example of what you got. It's also like hiring a realtor that don't know their head from their ass.
Yep.
And you can keep that. That does not need to be edited because we're dealing with a client right now, and Cody's witnessing it firsthand. Her brother's a realtor, and he also worked for us at one time. And her brother's a realtor, and the first thing she said, she needs to sell this house, and they're going to list this house for $240,000 in Center Point, Iowa. All right, so I'm telling you what a $240,000 house in Center Point, Iowa goes. That should be, it should be upwards to a newer build, or
Couple acres.
Yep, yeah, and so we have a 4-bedroom, 2-bedroom rental property, and it is a great rental property. Will always be a great rental property. It's going to take the right specific buyer to buy this property. Yeah. And even if it sells at top of the market, and America's done a hell of a job out there. Like Cody's company has resided it, ripped off the front and back decks,
It's a new home at this point, man.
Yeah.
Between the work that you hired out and America's done, that home. I mean, some podcasts we could literally come here with before and afters for fun for some.
Well, and that's our home shows when we get to, because we're going to team up with America at our home shows that we go to and bounce clientele back and forth.
Yeah.
And we'll get into further this in this episode as well. But all day long, no matter what she did to this property, and I told her this, no matter what you do to this property, it will always be a 165 to 170 property, no matter what you do to it. If you do this, you can put granite countertops, you can do whatever you want, and it's still 165, 170. Yeah. You could do the bare minimum, and it's a 135 to 145. And she picked the higher end. This is what it is. Now she wants 240,000.
In all fairness, she's just going off pure financials, right? She's financially advising herself on the direction that this goes. And she had a tenant, which anybody that has investment properties knows, tenants can either make or break your investment property. If you get a great tenant that stays 3 years and treats the place nice, solid gold. You're literally just raking in retirement money. If you get investment property with a tenant that trashes it, this tenant literally purposefully trashed this place. I mean, and I feel for her on that. You know what I mean? Lucas and I think we've been together long enough in the business world that we both put ourselves into every job too much. We're vulnerable to a fault. Right. So I've cut prices. I've done stuff for free. I've added stuff that I would never do in a typical.
Mike's saying how he's painted, and then they
100% like literally.
With their
but this tenant literally ruined like solid old school wood baseboards all around the house because they went and did stuff on their own.
They painted
without
it themselves.
permission.
Yeah, they painted it themselves. But all honesty, the property was purchased right in the right price point. The thing is the expectation that she had and her financial advisor had and also what her realtor had at that time put in her head of where it should be, all did not coincide. All it was is based off what her goal was as a financial person. So they made the property fit her financial goal. Well, if her financial goal was to do what she really wanted to do, they should have found her a completely different property that had a better upside or this, that, or another that if you wanted to drop $60,000 into the property for renovations and so on and so forth, you were going to get 75 of that back, or more. And that,
which is very typical. That typically when you drop $50K plus in renovations, you're getting a substantial increase in your net revenue.
Yeah, you should be 20 to 25%, if not more, on the return on that.
100%.
Because the stock market's going to give you an average of 12 to 13%
plus
return.
Tax breaks.
Yep, and that's in a good stock market. 12 to 13% return. You get into some of the caveats that you got around here, where investors are pooling money in together and they're buying a bunch of properties together. Their average goal return is 10 to 12%, and so. That it's called syndication when they do something like that. It's a syndication. You drop money into that, and you got your lead realtor that goes finds properties that should get you quarterly a 13% return. Blah 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 blah. Better than the stock.
Hire Lucas for.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. And syndications it's the easiest way, the fastest way to grow your profits. Okay. And whoever takes the lead as the realtor and the head of the syndication actually has the risk because they have to make the difference up between that 13% return that they guaranteed them. Yeah. So,
which a lot of people don't think about.
Yep, and so having a realtor that knows what they're talking about is crucial when you're in the financial area and trying to do it. Like, Tone, you need to quit making that face at that Charter Oak because I'm
Man,
saying,
I ain't
makes me
feeling
so
it.
sad,
I'm glad
bro.
we're
It's such
talking
a good
about it.
whiskey.
I'm glad we're talking about it because I'm ready to get to our third whiskey here.
Yeah.
I believe
Me
it's
too.
Blade and Bow.
you love Blade and Bull. That's your brothers.
Yes. Shout
Yes.
out my brother-in-law. I don't even know where the camera. I just
So
Oh, got him.
yeah. You gonna pour? Okay.
so
What
I
you
bought
want?
a property about
Barely a shot, bro.
3 years ago.
No more than that. Goddamn, I ain't. I almost said something. Not okay.
You won't.
Let's get Lucas. Where you at?
I'm at the Blade and Bow too.
Okay. Did anybody ask a question yet? Because I got a question for Lucas about Michael.
Go ahead.
All right. So we always ask our guests, like, where do you see yourself when you, especially when you're like a new agent, where do you see yourself after 60 days or after a year? So this question is actually for Lucas, and I want you to elaborate, and you should take a drink. I want you to tell him like where you don't want to see him at. Like, and I wouldn't mind because we don't, like I said, I don't want to do names, but I know you've got some bad stories of agents that went sour, and even earlier you're like they go off and they do whatever. Where, like, what's worst case scenario, and then what's your best case scenario, and how do we get there?
So be realistic. That's the most important thing. Everyone gets into real estate thinking, not everyone, majority of the people get into real estate thinking it's an easy job. When you do the statistics, 4% of the market actually sells. 4% of the realtors in the market actually sell. So what does that mean? So the other 96% are averaging 10 houses or less a year to sell. You can't make a living off that. So the 4%, now the 4% that are actually out there selling are making a hell of a good living because we're grinding. So you need to put yourself in the 4 percentile. Therefore, like I said, I give that golden path. Here's, if you do this to-do list every week, go to work every week, make your calls, make your business visits, make your stops, stay consistent to that, you will be successful. I will put $1,000 on the table right now that says if you do this a year from now, no matter what the market brings, you will make X amount of dollars or more.
4% is not a high number.
No.
However, it's definitely the number I function on with music. Like the things I do are literally impossible to most people. And there's like this level of I'm delusional, but I accomplished the things I was delusional about. Like I mentioned earlier, LeBron, my guy in baseball, and Steph Curry. And it's like, if I didn't imagine, what's his name? Say it. I can't remember his name.
It's
not even the fact. It's just my guy in
My
baseball.
guy
so
in baseball.
like
Because I don't watch any of this stuff, but like this was the goal. This was the unrealistic goal to be there. So when you say you need to be in the top 4%, old me 20 years ago, oh my God, no one's in the top 4%. That's like such a small number. But if you're not aiming to be in the top 4%, to be number one, you're almost wasting your time. Like you need to be able to at least see yourself there. You won't get there right away, but if you practice the right things and take the right steps, like it's not only possible, you can excel and go so much farther.
Well, in the kicker to the top 4%. So, and it was amazing every year when I was with Coldwell Banker and everything, and you'd get these awards because Coldwell's a national real estate. And we'd get these awards, and they're like, "Hey, you're top 5 in the United States." Blah 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 blah. I'm like, "Man, you're thinking about that? Like that's crazy to think about."
I was just working.
I'm just working. And then every year, you're top. Every single year I was in real estate, I was in top 1% of the international market. Nice. And when you get those things, and that plaque comes across, and you're like top 1%. Yeah. You don't realize that because you're just doing what you know.
When
to
you're
do.
1%, you're not looking at, I'm trying to be one. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just doing the work. I'm taking the steps. I'm grinding. And it's like, I'll work. I do look at myself like I know I'm outworking a lot of people, but it's also I'm working at the pace that I know I need to work at to get the success that I want.
Well, and Michael, the reason I went full bore into real estate is because I was a banker and a financial investor, or a financial analyst for 3 realtors in the area. Not good realtors, but they went to work every day. And they were making twice of what I was making as a banker. And I'm just like, you got to be kidding me.
You saw the numbers.
No, 100%.
You were looking behind the curtain like.
And that was my push into the market was I was like, if I go to work every day and I do 5 main things per week, if not more, and I can make this money no matter what the market looks like, I can make this type of money. I can be self-disciplined to do that. So if I was to say 60 days from now, what you need to work on, and you're already doing it because you're a small business owner already.
Yep.
You need to leverage your strength, which your strength was in financial and as a financial advisor. You already know what majority of people's goal and outcome is. You need to leverage that. So when you're talking to them about a property, this, you need to bring hard numbers to them and be like, okay, this is your percent on your return. You're going to find out you're going to have a niche in the investor market because you have the financial advisor background, but you're also going to find out you have a really good niche for that younger and first-time home buyer market because they need to understand what their appreciation can look like and how does that look on a financial statement 5 years from now when they sell that property. So leverage your strengths, but most importantly, show up, be disciplined, and do the most important things you can. It's crazy, and Monika's been there. Tone, you've been there. You guys have heard some of the chatter out there. I didn't make it in real estate because of XYZ. It's Lucas's fault that I didn't sell 5 properties this month.
It's Tone's fault I didn't win a music award.
Yeah, and when I worked with you at the property management side, you would hold your real estate meetings in our boardroom.
Yep.
And I would be there working, so I would hear every word. And it was very clear because every meeting you would say, here is literally a piece of paper that says probably your golden path.
Yep,
I don't know.
It is a golden path.
I'll
and
stick
I'd
to
always
swinging
ask-
a hammer,
Yep,
but
yep.
here's what you need to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Literally black and white, you need to do this, 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 and this. Are you doing it? Well, no. Then why do you expect a different result?
Exactly.
And that was
And that's true.
every single meeting. And I know these people personally, so it's not that I'm here to bash anybody's name,
No.
but it's the same thing. You know what I mean? And
It's almost like the
every-
definition.
Now we don't have meetings.
It's the definition of insanity
'cause
is
I'm gone.
repeating the same thing and not getting a different result. But what would you say this is where it's like I'm giving you the steps that you need to repeat and you're not doing it and you're still disappointed? Like,
well, and that's
that also
exactly
insanity?
Right.
The biggest
that
thing-
is insanity. That's literally and I know part of what we want to talk about today is the change in personality over the years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pushing 40. I don't think everybody wants to
Damn.
put their name out there, but I'm pushing 40.
I'm
I'll say it.
45. I'm 45.
Okay. So Lucas and
Shut
I
up,
coach
Tom.
basketball, and I've been coaching basketball since 2012. The very first team I coached was in
You still
Seaside,
dribble?
Oregon. Huh?
You can still dribble?
No, I can't dribble. Dude, I can't even walk. Are you kidding me?
you're close to 40.
I go to a practice and I get tired. I don't even do nothing. I blow a whistle. But my point is, I started coaching basketball in 2012, right? I was 25 years old, roughly. Coached a high school girls team. I got hired on because I was dealing with an injury from the Army, and that's where I ended up. And they brought me on as a JV coach. Well, the head coach got injured, or not injured. He got medically sick. So they asked me to step up. We took that team, and we got 3rd place at state that year. First time since the 80s.
Nice.
High school varsity girls. It was an amazing adventure. You know what I mean? Like the whole crew, everybody did their part. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And from then, just coaching those girls to coaching the girls we coach now, the changes over the years is just crazy. And I think that goes into every industry. It goes into every market. It goes into real estate. It goes into construction. It goes into music. It goes into all these things. But watching that change, because 20 years ago, if you handed me a piece of paper and said, you need to do this, 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 and this every day, there was no, well, I'm going to do different, let alone I'm going to do different and expect the same results. Back then, in my opinion, and this is purely my opinion, you did what you were told.
It's exactly right.
Well,
Yep.
something
that is exactly right, Cody.
something I absolutely there's a few things I actually love and adore about you, Cody.
Aw.
It is like I
That's
know when it comes to business, you're
Hey,
like
be quiet background.
when it comes to business, you're all about it. You,
100%.
you're taking every steps. You're not doing any shortcuts. It doesn't matter. I also know that we can have a good time. You
Oh,
know,
100%.
we can have
100%.
5-6 drinks and enjoy ourselves. But if the business side turns on, you're all about it and you're locked in.
You got to be, in my opinion, because that's how I was raised. He knows this. Everybody here knows this. That besides, sorry, you're the newbie. You get to know me. I came from nothing. I literally came from nothing, and I know I'm not alone in this podcast. But I'm just for my personal story. Literally, trailer park in a single wide trailer with my grandma, my aunt, and my family. Literally from nothing. My dad worked his butt off at a factory to get us where we were. Every single day made me do more chores than anybody I graduated. I would put money on it. I did more work than anybody in my entire 435 class. I'm not joking.
Yeah, that's
every single
crazy.
day. Because we picked up a house and we moved it out to the country, and that house was shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He bought it for like literally $25, an old farmhouse, $25. Moved out to the country, redid the whole house. That's how I got into construction.
Yeah.
I did everything with my hands.
experience
Every single
as
day,
a
my
kid.
dad was
That's
hammering
crazy.
on me. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. You have to do that. So I didn't have a choice, and I still felt that I was lucky. I still felt that I was spoiled. But we coach these kids today, and no shade towards the kids. We love the kids. They're our daughters. They're our sons. Like we treat them like family.
Yep.
But the work ethic, the expectation, the instant gratification of today's world is so different from when we were coming up.
Oh yeah.
So different. And you know this firsthand. I guarantee you see it in the music world as well. And I don't know how old you are, but you know, you went from being a business owner into real estate. You probably start to see some of those pet peeves, and you're probably right at that point where you're like, I know this, but because you understand where they're coming from. You're younger than me. I can tell just by looking at you. You know what I mean?
I think he wants your age.
And before you answer that question, Michael, because you are answering that question, you've been a business owner. You've busted your ass. You cut your teeth. You know, you started something that was great. And you made it where it was known in this area who you guys were. You know, you guys were the jet ski guys. You guys were the Baywatch guys. You know, you were the Baywatch
I got the
guys.
swim trunks on.
You know, hey, and we talked about that too. Hey, we'll get further into that too because we talked about it because there's one thing that Michael and I do have. We have sexy legs.
Oh,
And
Lord.
we do have sexy legs. We can pull off shorts. every
Tone,
day.
we out.
Yeah, you know, but the thing of it
Deuce.
is,
Last straw.
okay, so now that you know he ran a successful business, he had the opportunity to expand that business and was given the opportunity to expand the business if he wanted, but took it into a financial advisory role. Now he's going face first into real estate, and he's already owned a couple houses. How old are you?
28.
Get out.
So
I believe it. I told you
was
he looked
going-
younger than me.
I had 19,
That's a
20.
decade, baby.
But the experience definitely is the experience is 35, 40 with owning the business, with knowing to get into real estate, with adapting and adjusting to it so fast. But I mean, you look young as shit.
So Zig Ziglar,
good genes.
Zig Ziglar had a saying out there that is Zig Ziglar had the saying of do what successful people do. Don't read.
100%.
Yeah, and I met Zig Ziglar. I had to give a speech for Best Buy, and I did not realize I was giving a speech to about 5,000 to 10,000 people. I was doing all the
How'd that go? Did you shit yourself?
when I stepped on stage. Yeah, absolutely. Because I thought
White pants turned brown.
Right.
Best Buy corporate is large when I was
Right.
with Best Buy. It
Right.
is, and I did all the grand openings, and I did all the recruiting, I did all the trainings, and I did all the hiring for just like our Best Buy during seasonal, we hired 101 staff. And so I had in 3 months, I had to hire 101 people, train them, get them up to get them
Yep.
where they need to be. I was your drill sergeant.
100%.
And then I had to take
get
that
it.
and replicate that. And our stores went from being like 200 and some odd in the company to being top 3, top 2 in the whole company. So they sent me off to Best Buy corporate, and I was given a speech on customer loyalty and how to empower your employees. Empowerment was a huge word that we were teaching back there. How do you empower them? And Cody and I have talked about this. How do you hire those people that have business owner mentality? And that's what we were teaching back there. It was called empowerment. We're empowering our employees to make decisions on behalf of the company because they feel they have ownership in it. Because Best Buy at that time just took away commissions. They were no longer selling. You couldn't sell stuff and make commissions off anything. So you had to actually feel like you were a business owner and earn shares.
And that whole world was in riot.
Yep, it was.
Because of how they were. I don't want to say that. My opinion is because how they were brought up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I'm there. I'm giving a speech, and this is actually how I got in banking. I'm giving a speech at Best Buy Corporate, and I'm like, okay, this is how you empower your employees. This is how you do customer loyalty. And I step on stage, and this arena's full. Nice. And I'm like, oh my God. So I met Zig Ziglar, George Foreman, rest in peace of George Foreman.
Hey.
I met some of the best sales guys at that time, and George Foreman at that time was selling the Foreman grills, and it was just going out of control.
His infomercials were the best.
They were.
And his profits were going out of there. And I was a former boxer, so I was talking with George Foreman on boxing stuff. And it was, and that's how Wells Fargo found me, is because Wells Fargo Corporate and Best Buy Corporate are at the same locations. And so all their VPs, and so they called me up after, hey, what does it got to do to get you in banking? And so that's how I got into banking, was into that world, was from the training I got at Best Buy. But Monika and I talked about it on the way here, is guys like Michael, you need to grasp onto, and you need to cultivate them. You need to take them, hold on to them, because they're a rare breed. And you can speak on the music.
Define rare breed.
It's rare breed that are 28 years old, that are out there grinding.
That understands the business world. That has
Can
experience.
I
go ahead. Yep,
have the work ethic, have the vision, but most importantly, have the student mentality.
Correct.
Because the student mentality is what drives the majority of what we're talking about. When I was a kid, when Lucas was a kid, when you were a kid, we didn't have a choice but to have a student mentality.
But to work. We
literally
you had to work.
We're forced. And it almost to the point of it sounds bad, but I'm so grateful for it now. We bitched about it as kids, but so grateful for it now, because now you put me up against any average 10 people that are my age or younger or anything, I'm going to outshine them.
Yep.
Because I have put myself in a position to do that.
Every time.
So let's just say I've probably got 15 plus realtors licensed. Let's put it there at that. And some of them, that sheet, I've never voted from that sheet. And Jeremy Trenkamp, God bless his heart, my real estate partner, still to the day writes out his expectations, writes out every new client that he needs to talk to. He's 23 years into this. Still to the day, he has his yellow legal binder paper, and he is writing out his new clients he needs to talk to, the 30-day clients he needs to talk to, what he has pending, what he has going on, still to the day. And that's how him and I clicked, because I did the same thing. I was writing everything out on a daily basis, trying to figure out, these are my goals, this is what I got to do, this is what's going on.
You still do that in a way.
Yeah, I do.
You just had to incorporate new
technology
and methods into it, but you still do the same thing. There's days I text you and you're like, shut up.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'm cool with it, because I respect the hustle. You know what I mean? Like, he texted me, I was like, not today. I'm like, see you tomorrow.
All right, so I'm going to cut you off, because Tone asked a question, and I kind of want to know your answer to it, from what are your goals from 60 days from now?
60 days from now.
Or what was it?
It's good enough.
That's the power of a woman, ladies and gentlemen.
That's power of
just so you know,
Monika.
that right there is the
president.
power to just
She
stop
ran
everything
shit.
and
All
go
the
right
bullshit will be
wherever.
done.
No.
Bro,
We already have that president right now.
holy smokes!
We have that president right
Trumping.
now. Yeah, and God bless him.
I'm gonna start calling her Monika Trump.
No, cut that clip.
No, clip that on Facebook.
Oh, hell no.
So in 60 days, I'll have talked to 1,000 people. That's my goal. Because my goal is activity. I don't really
keep track?
care.
I don't mean to
Absolutely.
cut you off. I do mean to cut you off, but
So on a legal pad, it's easy. You have contacts, conversations, and appointments. That's what I always go by. So try for 20.
So you want 1,000 what?
I just want
Contacts?
Yeah, contacts.
Okay.
So you have your contacts.
I'm all about KPIs, baby. You talking to the right guy.
So I want to have talked to at least 1,000 people. That should be doable. What's 60 divided? 1,000 divided by 60. That's 20 a day. Yeah,
Roughly.
So, but you're
Little
20
less than that,
contacts
yeah.
a day, And then from there, you have conversations. So, for example, let's say I talk to somebody for 5 seconds and then they have to get going. That's just the contact, okay? Actually talking with someone, I hope to, of the 20, maybe 8 to 12. So that's, 40 to 60%. And then from those 12 people, I hope to at least have booked an appointment with 3 of them.
In what time frame?
60 days.
Okay.
So that's one thing I've always used, like in my business and promotion. The people that talk to the most amount of people win. There are a lot of bad realtors out there that produce a lot because they just pick up the phone. The bad experience I had with the realtor, she was terrible they were terrible by the way.
Pronouns.
They were terrible.
No, you're
Welcome to
fine, Michael.
podcast
I don't want to
with me,
say
brother.
means nothing, but
I'm gonna
that
make
doesn't
it awkward.
That
That's what I
doesn't
do.
tell you what
That's
it
why
is.
Logan
What it
likes
is.
me. He's
So
like, yeah.
they were terrible. But the thing is, the only reason I hired them was because they reached out to me and they called me, and my house was listed with one of the for sale by owner companies, which I have never done before. That was my first time actually hiring a company to do a for sale by owner, which now
Ironic.
looking back doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Okay. But she just reached out, and so she got that listing because she just reached out. She could have said anything. It didn't matter. So activity is the most important. So when you ask me what I want to do in my 60 days, that's something I can control. I can't control how many closings I get, right?
Right.
I could talk to the 1,000 people, and I have that expectation that I'm probably not going to have any listings from that just because I'm new in the business. I don't know the ropes completely yet. I mean, I will say, I think I know more than the average new realtor just because of my background. I've bought and sold, 4+ properties on my own, just due to the market. So I kind of know how all the paperwork works and all the legal structures and stuff like that. But just get in the swing of things and talk to people, getting my name known out there. I do have a couple of marketing ideas to be able to be more approachable. So
How do you feel real estate has changed since when you were a kid and you didn't know anything about it to now that you're a realtor?
Well, the internet has changed everything, of course. Anyone can just go look at a house now, online at least.
You've owned homes.
Yes, so
You've
I'll
bought homes. and
I'll
sold
talk to you
homes.
about how it has changed. So when the market was hot, I could list my property on Facebook and say, "Hey, I have a house coming up for sale in Cascade." Someone will knock on your door. "Hey, I'll pay you $170 for it." Oh, cool. Oh, sure. I just made $70,000. It has changed recently. It has slowed down a lot, at least for doing things on your own.
Agree.
I listed a property in July, and I didn't have one showing for 6 months. I'm not even kidding.
owned?
That I owned, yes. And also, I'll go backtrack. So I actually bought this property without a realtor, and I was going to use it as an investment property. 2% interest rates, okay? I bought that property. The day I closed, I get a letter from the HOA. We just banned rentals. Like, wait a minute, this was never disclosed to me. So
That's why you got a realtor.
exactly. So with my luck, interest rates went from
2% real
to like
that's
7%.
crazy.
It went to like 7% like 3 months later. So I'm stuck in this house. I hate the neighbors. The neighbors suck. Shout out to
Wait,
the neighbors.
what do you mean?
Well,
Wanna
Once
drop
you're in
an
a loan, you're in
address?
a loan, right?
no, but the problem is if I wanted to sell that property and say, you know what, I'll cut my losses. I can't rent this place out. The neighborhood
Gotcha.
sucks.
Because you wanted to be an investment
now-
property, now you can't. So
Exactly. So now my interest rate went from 2 to 7.
Why did
So-
you sell it on contract?
What was that?
Why didn't you sell it on contract?
Well, because I just at the time I didn't know much about real estate.
Good.
I just
don't mean this
I
as-
just
I'm
knew
just
how to
learning
buy
about
and sell
contracts.
A
stuff.
lot of
genuinely
people are
asking.
just learning about contracts.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff
why you
too.
make
Yeah,
it
I
seem like
didn't-
everybody knew about
I
contracts?
didn't.
No. Hang on. So to branch off what Cody's saying is, and Cody didn't know this a year ago either.
Yeah.
I didn't. But
And
we had a
this is-
podcast about this where
Yep,
you had
yep.
landed on here and he talked
So
about
contracts,
this stuff,
so contracts sales were the biggest real estate item up until July 31st of 2011.
Yeah. I think this is good to talk about every podcast.
So contracts have always been a huge thing. And so the Dodd-Frank Act came out in July 31st of 2011. You fact check that shit all you want, and it's right on. So,
Yeah, Monica.
so Dodd-Frank.
That.
So what Dodd-Frank did said, if you're going to sell properties on contract and you have an EIN or a Social Security number, in the state of Iowa, you can only do 3 per year. And if you do more
Did not know that.
you can do 3 per year without having an NMLS number. So an NMLS number means you're a national mortgage lender service. And so up until July of 2011, you could sell as many as properties as you wanted on contract.
Ooh.
So
Why didn't we do that?
Yeah. So
Rewind.
So some of your biggest investors sold shit on contract. The reason is because it eliminates your risk. It puts the risk onto the people. You could charge as much interest rate as you could at that time,
Right.
Up to 21%.
2%
interest on a
crazy,
house,
bro.
and you did not have to follow the regulations of HOA, and you did not have to follow the regulations of what you're renting, your normal rental market is. So like the city of Cedar Rapids, and they also paid the taxes. So the only thing you had to pay was your mortgage payment on a monthly basis. So
That's
when
huge.
when 2011 hit, it said you can do it, but you can only do it 3 per person or 3 per EIN / Social Security number.
Yeah.
So Cody, if you went into another LLC, it would trace you by your EIN or your social. So you couldn't do it by.
Good thing we got like 6 of them right now.
Yep. So regardless,
that on
so
record.
when you get into the question that you originally asked is, this is why you have a realtor. And we've talked it on how many episodes, having a realtor that understands all of real estate.
I think this little clip right here
Yep.
proves everything that you've talked about.
Yep.
Because-
Because we could have avoided that whole situation. You could have took that property as ownership, sold it on contract, never had to count it as a rental property,
Gotten what you wanted out of it.
and still had it
I
today.
kind of want to know
2%.
about the shitty neighbors.
So the neighborhood was run by a bunch of, let's say, older people that didn't understand the joys of life. Let's just say it that way. Okay, so
Parents.
they see a young person like me, jacked, jet skis, having a blast every night.
I love that. Hell yeah.
No,
Jacked.
they got
Yeah,
a
Jack
terrible.
and Tan, baby.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
You know, they just didn't like any. I line the streets with jet skis all the time, like with trailers and stuff. And they just hated that, and it was just a bad experience. I think they thought it was a 55 plus community, but I wasn't. If I had a good realtor, someone would explain that. Apparently, I guess it kind of was unofficially because it was all old people in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then it's just me. So I think the average age is probably 75 that lives there. So
That makes me
So
want
you
to
invaded their privacy.
Well, that,
pretty much, yeah.
so I gotta ask, and I was gonna wait till after, but because in case it's personal, you can just say it's personal. But like, so you're not drinking on the episode. Have you never drank? Do you just not? Is
So,
there a business thing where
I'll
to me.
say
It's
I'm
part of this JTL though. I mean, haven't
Yeah.
you ever seen Jersey Shore?
No.
Or GTL, Jim,
Let
Tan,
him
and
answer.
Laundry.
Let him
Yeah,
answer it.
what?
Jim,
Yeah.
Tan, and Laundry.
Let him answer
The
it.
situation.
Cabsy here.
I'm curious.
Yeah, well, Tone, I'm a lightweight, so if I drink a little, I'm toast. So I just don't.
Okay.
I just don't participate in it because I'll get.
Like, has
Hammer,
this
bro.
always been your thing, or did you stop? Did something happen? Don't do that, Cody. God damn it.
Well,
That's the line.
It's so funny.
Okay, so I know this is going to be played out on the internet, so I don't want to air too much dirty laundry, but
It'll be edited. You can air it out.
No.
It won't.
It won't.
He's gonna encourage him to air out. Say what you can.
you know what? I just rethought of my strategy of how
Yeah.
I'm going to say this.
Thank you.
Let's just say when I drink, I don't make good decisions, so I just don't drink.
Oh, that's
so-
everybody here.
Oh, that's me
I
on
didn't-
whiskey.
I didn't drink for about
That's everybody here. We good.
I didn't drink for about 5 years, from 2020 to 2025, and then I drank for a weekend.
And that weekend was lit.
It got wild, okay? It got wild.
That's awesome. Man.
My
yeah.
girlfriend who's at home right now with our 2-week-old.
Hey, congrats.
I said,
Congrats,
That's
man.
awesome.
I
Let's
said,
drink to the
"Listen,"
non-drinker.
There we go.
Yes,
Cody,
to the baby, to the baby.
Cody. It's all in fun and love.
I said,
two
listen,
more
sweetie.
sips.
They,
Yeah, like 10
I said, listen, sweetie. I totally forgot. Lucas just texted me and said, "Hey, I want you to be on this podcast, in an hour."
Yeah.
So I run inside. I go, "Hey, I have to be on that podcast. She goes, is that the one where they drink whiskey? And I go, yeah, but I'm not going to drink. She goes, oh no, this is not a good idea. I go, oh no, it'll be fine. I'll just fill my bottle full of water or whatever. They shout out to you. Got me a
Shout
water
out to
bottle.
Michael's
We're
girl.
good.
He's
We're
not
good.
drinking.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So that's why I think.
Yeah.
Maybe you just took too long
boy
of
or
the
girl?
gaps.
I
Maybe.
like the gap.
No,
I
there's
like-
girl,
PTSD.
2 week old.
Fuck drinking.
Michael.
Unless it's us.
2
And
week
we're
old.
doing this
Lawyer girl.
Even you
Girl.
would never stop
Congratulations.
drinking.
What's her name?
I've tried. I
True.
don't want to.
K-R-U-E.
I've realized I just don't
Nice.
want
Yep.
to.
So hang on.
She's
hang on.
so pretty.
Hang on, we're gonna have to edit this. So let's get to the real version of this now. So you 2 week old name?
Crew. K-R-U-E.
Yes.
Yep.
He didn't hear us.
We had Tone talking about why he doesn't drink, and
Oh,
he's
yeah,
tried to
yeah.
quit
Why
how many
he-
times?
Freaking Tone. Tone.
I enjoy it. I am who I am. I've sacrificed.
So to put a little formality to this, because everyone always expects that I'm a drinker. I'm not a drinker.
Oh, you had to reach for it.
Yeah,
I was just going to let it go.
I am not a drinker. The
short
only
arms.
time I ever get a drink is when we have a podcast, and that's every 2 weeks.
Every other week, yeah.
Yep.
It used to be weekly.
Yep.
Maybe we should bring
Can't
about
handle it.
weekly because
No, no,
then
no,
I
no,
had
no,
a
no,
date
no,
night
no,
and
no,
you
no,
took
no,
me
no, no.
places.
Just do
Now,
date night.
You
Don't need podcast because then I drink
Give
too.
me that. Give me that.
It's coming.
Well, that is when he's drink. We can't control when you drink.
Bruh.
So, anyways, congratulations on the new baby.
Finish
Absolutely.
that, Lucas.
Oh, you
She's
gotta stop.
gorgeous.
She is. She's beautiful.
I'll tell you a hack here. Show up sober to some of those volleyball leagues at 11 o'clock. Like at
have
night,
a
the last
baby.
game.
Volleyball is the best sport.
You're going to be the best.
in the
yeah.
world.
When you say hack, what are you talking about? To have a baby?
No.
No.
I'd
Oh,
be the
God,
best volleyball
Cody.
player out there, man.
Don't edit that.
So a little. If there's one thing over. So when did you start your licensing
Porn
process?
Lucases.
Get 'em.
Probably the 27th of January. I think that's when the first class was. It was a Wednesday night.
So
Careful.
about four months to go through the whole process.
Oh
Well
no,
done.
like
Well
2
done.
weeks.
No, I'm talking
Jesus.
from background check.
No, 2 weeks. My background check came back in like 6 days. They told me apply for your background check right away because it takes forever.
True.
And I did it, and I got it back in 6 days. And I was like, "Is this a typo?"
Because you've done
That's
that.
Did they
crazy.
email you? I still haven't. I don't know.
Yes,
I
you
still
should-
don't
you
know
have
if
too
I
much
know.
in your
Yeah,
background.
you don't want. I don't want my back.
Yeah, you just and then
You
I
should
went.
see if
I
he
went.
broke the record from beginning to finish of
I went and got
would.
You
licensing.
might have.
I went and got fingerprinted. Got my background check back, and then
Bribe the
I-
officials.
it would have. Yeah, that too. I would have got done sooner, but the classes, it was the 3 12-hours that you have to do in
Yes.
person. It was.
Where were they? At like a hotel?
Actually,
Moines.
no. I had to go on
Jesus.
I had to go on the website to look at all the vendors, and I found a Keller Williams class. It was only for Keller Williams agents,
I
but I
know
just
KW.
registered for it. And they let me join. They're like, "Oh, you're not with Keller Williams. Oh, that's fine. You could still participate."
Do you want to
Okay,
join
cool.
Keller Williams?
Yeah, no, they did ask that, and I did
I
listen to
know
their
they
sales
did.
pitch.
Yeah,
Got a
trust
free
me,
lunch
I-
out of it, but
Hey-o.
So shout out to Keller Williams with Jenna Burt and Luke
K
Burt.
Dub.
The Burts.
Those about and Michelle Bennett. Those are about the
Yeah,
three KWs. We're gonna give a shout out
kept-
to the rest
they
of
kept
them.
thinking
No.
I was. They kept thinking I was her son. They're go, what? Michael, are you
Well, you
related to
look like
Michelle
him.
Bennett? And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, she's my mom.
She's
They're
good
like, "Oh, yeah, you
people,
could
good
stay."
realtor, good people. The good. She's part of the 4%. Jenna and Luke Bird are definitely part of the 4%.
Oh yeah. They're awesome.
I mean, and that's the thing you're going to learn about the 4%. We all got each other's back.
Unless Luke doesn't hang out with me soon, then he's no longer part of the 4%.
Oh my God, Luke is
Doesn't even like you.
Bruh, who are you talking to right now?
Luke.
Luke's my boy.
Oh,
Well, and
he's
you
got a
will
gift.
have
Oh.
Cody when you meet Luke.
Oh, I've met Luke many
He's met
times.
Luke.
Luke and I are very similar.
Have you met
Yes.
Luke
Yes,
drinking
we're
Luke?
Bro.
very.
No, you know Luke and I know each other very well because
Uh-uh.
of a property.
Oh,
No,
climber.
drinking Luke. Have you
Yep.
met drink non-business? It's a difference.
No, I haven't met that Luke.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
he-
That's
it's a
what he's talking
difference.
about. Gotcha.
Non-
My bad.
Luke
business
is
Luke.
based off the suspense. So Luke Burt loves suspense. Like he loves to just hang in.
Yeah.
Just, he's super highly intelligent.
Yep, very.
And he very knows how much.
And very good dude. Like very
just
caring.
genuine,
Yes,
genuine good dude. Me and Luke could sit and talk forever and have a conversation. and Monica and Jenna are very similar people too.
That scares the shit out of me.
They're very similar people, so I understand. I
They're
understand
the
the
alphas.
struggles that Luke goes through.
Oh,
on a
hold
daily
on.
basis.
real
'cause we
quick.
see
So let's triple down on Jenna and Monica being the alphas.
Oh, they're
the alpha- he threw the
we have
alphas
proof.
into it.
We have proof. No man wants him. Man, come on. And this is, I'm sorry,
wouldn't have
alcohol
said it
has
for
done
him.
this. Whatever. Anyway, Monica just handed me Lucas's
I'm seeing
groomsman
that.
Dead.
present.
You better open it up.
It's been in my car for forever. It has
I
to
carried
go.
it in.
That's
carried
a very alpha move.
I've
That's-
opened
that's-
mine, just so
All
you
right,
know.
Can I open this?
So I'm not gonna
Yes,
ask.
I think
please
it's-
open your
It's about
groomsman.
time to wrap. We got 2 drinks left, so we're gonna shoot this, and then they won't see us drink the last. But
Yeah, that means you got to take a shot.
yeah, that means
I need food.
Shoot it. I'm excited. Same. We're
There's a
gonna
bar
go eat
around the
after
corner.
this. Oh, this looks cool. Oh shit.
You gotta
You're
go.
turning it
Yeah,
the
the
wrong
whole
way.
spiel, man.
Is the camera in the right spot? Do I need to hold this a certain way?
So I'm big into the
wasn't for the
NFL
camera, it
draft.
was
One
for
of my
you.
favorite things.
Yes.
And this is your box
good
is
at
based off the NFL draft.
Okay, this
Yep.
is already cool immediately.
You
So-
got to read the envelope.
What am I? Okay, envelope.
Turn it
first.
around.
What
Holy
am I
shit.
turning around?
Here we go. Why don't you just let Monica open it?
Come up. Yep. There we go.
She's insane.
All right, groomsmen.
Groomsmen.
See the NFL logo
Da-da-da,
with the
da-da-da.
red tux. All right. Oh shit.
You did it wrong. She makes sure you know that.
Lucas and Monica's wedding 09, 05.
Monica and I have the
Edit that
best
out.
brotherly
I won't read the
sisterly
address.
relationship in
They
the
can
world.
know the date, but not the address. Groomsmen, LM. That's awesome. That is really cool.
it, and when you open it, hello.
The pick is in. All right. We're opening this.
No, you
You're
don't-
walking that
you don't-
camera.
Golly.
And that's
I felt
why
that
they're
many
getting
times.
married.
Some
Make sure you're not
guys
blocking
like
this
it.
camera right here.
I'm gonna block the camera.
Look, now you just pissed her off. She gone.
Do the rest.
Nope.
Not here.
You do it right the first time or don't do it all for Monica.
It says my,
So
my
true.
government.
Your government name.
Yes. It assigns us roles. It makes
Daddy
sure
Trump.
we know how important Travis is. The suit, the colors.
For real.
This is thought
Travis
out.
gets hyped.
Can I read this? It's
If you want,
personal.
yeah.
I'm going to read it. Suit up, show up, party hard. Thanks for being part of the crew. Now let's make memories that'll last a lifetime or at least last until the next round. Lucas with a little football emoji. I like it.
Does it sign Lucas
I
or
like
Monica?
it.
No, that's
It's
me.
Lucas.
That's me.
Yes,
Hey,
it's a
I
joke.
put my
It's a
time in
joke.
on this.
It's a joke.
These photos. Who shot these photos?
Juan.
Oh, Juan,
Shout
young
out to Juan
creative.
G.
Young creatives, man.
creatives.
Yes, young creatives.
Monica, your hair is amazing and makeup.
Thanks.
Who did that?
Felicia, love her.
I don't know who that is. All right.
That's
Well,
Tony.
you're gonna see her on a wedding. She'll be there.
Bye, Felicia. Is what they,
Bye, Felicia.
All right, cool.
Who's walking Felicia
I will
down
be
the
there.
aisle?
Relax.
Okay.
He's had too many. All right.
Who you
It's
talking
time
to?
I heard it's a military man too, so like I really don't, I hate you, Cody. All right.
love you.
It's time to suit up. Will you be my groomsman? How do I?
Bro, you have air in your
Is
ball?
Is that confirmed or
No,
does
you
that
need to air up
deny?
your own ball because it had
I
to
said
fit in
my
the
shit
I
was
did air
flat.
it. It's been sitting there for
This is
3
My
months.
shit got flat.
Thank you guys.
shit was-
I'm
You're a
honored.
coach.
up.
You should have a
Hey,
pump.
do not
I'm
lose your
grateful.
socks. Do
It's
not
pumped up
lose.
now.
Do not lose your socks. Do
I
not
will
lose
not
your
lose the
glasses because
socks.
that will be walking down the
I'm
aisle.
gonna upgrade these. These need to be prescription. 'cause I
I'm
can't
wearing my
see.
Meta AI glasses down the
Okay.
aisle so I can.
No, you got your
They look
eyes
the
done.
same.
I used to have
No, it's
one of
to
these
take
and I
photos
lost
and
it. This
videos
is
for
a
you.
bottle opener, isn't it?
Correct, it is.
This is so dope. It'll live in my wallet forever. You guys are the best.
Hey, we love you,
We're gonna
man.
take this last
love you
shot.
guys both. Cody opened his last week at the bar.
This is
I
amazing.
sure did.
Thank you guys.
We were
I'm
top
glad
golfing.
We got to document this one. We're gonna drink this last shot. We'll drink this off camera. Shout out to Dad. Cody was surprised that I
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Throw that on there.
I'm
Go
not gonna
ahead.
do
Go
it.
no. Go ahead.
All
Throw it
right,
on there.
well, we're gonna drink this
Ken
last
Burrington.
shot.
Hey, and it's his birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday
Yes.
to you.
Yes.
Let's
Happy
drink
birthday,
this
Mr.
last.
Burrington.
So I enjoy the Blade and Bow. Shout out my brother. Makes me miss my brother in Kentucky. Now I feel like I understand why you live there because that Blade and Bow, my God.
It is so good.
That was the best of the three, and I really liked the first one.
No.
Hated the
Woodford's
second
the
one.
No.
best out there.
No.
Well,
No.
I'm about to drink my
Well, that's
Woodford
not
right
even
now.
part of the three.
Cheers,
You only
you
have
guys.
these three, and the oak
Thank
is the
you.
best.
Thank you, Michael. You're amazing.
Michael, good luck with everything, my man.
Yeah.
We will
Yes,
be
good
here.
luck,
for
Michael.
your
Excited to see
guidance,
you
man.
again. This has been another episode of Whiskey
And
Real estate. You always got
him.
That was sassy.
I'm leaving that in. That's staying in for sure.